Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is Jayson Henderson from Burton Snowboards. Jayson, welcome. How are you?
Oh, spectacular. How are you?
Good, man. Summer flew by.
Yeah.
All the new Burton 2020 gears arriving.
Yeah. Time to start talking about some stand sleds.
That's right.
Snow toys, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jayson's in town. We are at the Burton Minneapolis store in Uptown Minneapolis on Lake Street, and we decided to have Jayson in because it's always a pleasure having him here talk to us about snowboards. So, welcome back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
So what we're going to do is walk through this category, one of my favorites, the all mountain. We have 4 boards kind of highlighted. We've got the Flight Attendant, we've got a custom, we have a new one, the Hometown Hero. You like that one. Yep. And then we also have the wonderful Deep Thinker. Jayson, what does it mean to be an all mountain snowboard?
Well, kind of, it's in the name. It's like you want to ride the whole mountain, like all of it. So if you want one board that does just about everything well,
right.
Park, powder, groomers, everything. If you just have, one board, this is kind of the category you should be looking at.
Yeah, one ring to rule them all.
Yep, exactly. So I guess just kind of starting off in that category, probably the best all-around quiver of one.
Ooh.
Custom.
Oh, so, I agree with you there, buddy.
Yeah, so this is the most refined board in snowboarding. It's kind of, they've had over 1,100 prototypes of this board. It is the best all-around board for everything. So what makes it the best all-around board is that it's not a tapered board.
Nope.
So at the contact points, it's the same width. It has a twin flex. So same flex front and rear. So when you're in the reference points, and you move equally from there, you're going to be, the board's going to ride backwards, ride switch, the same as it's going to ride forwards.
Right.
But where it really helps, in deeper snow is that if you look at the height of the nose.
Up higher.
Yep, so basically it's a twin, they just add a little bit more height. So that floats better in deeper snow, does everything, that it needs to.
Right. So. Is the nose a little bit longer as well?
Past the upturn, yes.
Yeah, past the upturn.
Yeah. So
I agree, this is probably the most well-refined and best all-mountain board there is.
Yep. So it's got, Ferg, he rides this thing everywhere. He rides it pipe, backcountry, big jumps, park. It is definitely one of the best. The best all-around board.
Right. I just saw, and I'm sure you saw it too on Dig My Quiver. Some guy asked, "What's the best quiver of one board?" And there's so many different answers out there, but like,
it's tough to go wrong with a custom.
Tough to go wrong with custom.
Which that's why we offer it in 2 different bends.
Right.
Too. So camber obviously is what most of the team rides, just because it's going to provide a more stable platform. But you live out west where you're in deeper snow, softer snow for the most part. You don't have to worry about bulletproof ice. You want something easy to ride. Then we got the Flying V version. Yep. So again, rocker in the middle, camber just under the foot.
And good graphics. Like I think the back-to-back years.
Super clean, modern look to it.
Really nice. So this is what I'm thinking to the camera guys behind us. Every time we do this a lot, to test out the camber. Can we make it make a sound that goes like an organ or something, like pom pom? Can we do that? Okay, sounds good. We're gonna keep this in the video too. All right, moving into the brand new Hometown Hero.
Yeah, part of the family tree line. One of my favorite boards. For this year, and a lot of people, we were at the U.S. Open last year, and a lot of people on this board, just because it was like, okay, if I'm going to be traveling, I'm going to bring one board. We were looking at the forecast, like, maybe it'll snow, maybe it won't, So, this board, it does really everything well. So Scott Seward, one of the chief board engineers, designed this board. Yeah, he's the man. So, he wanted a board that does everything well. He takes a couple laps through the park, but mainly is good in the trees, anywhere. Good. So, and
this is slightly wider, a little bit of a taper too.
Yeah, so
a little bit wider.
It is 12 millimeters wider at the nose, at its widest point. So, but this is what we call balanced freeride.
What does that mean?
So what balanced freeride is when the board's on a flat surface, hard pack, things like that. The part that's touching the snow is the same width as the tail. But the taper is past the upturn. So when you get into deeper snow, then the board sets back and becomes very directional. So, obviously a wider nose is going to displace more snow. Floats a lot better. You don't have to lean back quite as far as you would with a board that's not tapered. Things like that too. Another thing that makes this board really fun, little softer between the feet.
Is it?
Really easy foot steer.
What makes it cause that?
A little bit different glass layout.
Okay.
So they kind of add a little more glass in the tip and tail.
All right.
And also the way you profile the core out and things like that. But the board's really easy foot steer, but once you get it in that turn, it does have, you know, the carbon highlights, does have the stiffness, you know, in the tips and tails, you know, to really hold those edges.
Awesome.
So, yeah, super fun board.
Cool. And then the Flight Attendant is another board that a lot of people have liked. This is what, year 6 or 7 with the Flight Attendant?
It's been in line for a while, but it was kind of born in the family tree. It is a favorite of a lot of riders.
It is.
Guys that ride for Burton, guys that don't ride for Burton. It is just one of the best boards, you know, just all mountain, especially like out west, you know, not a super expensive either, kind of, you know, kind of a mid-price point.
Was it $579 or something?
Yeah, something like that. So, so real similar characteristics to the Hometown Hero. So that's actually what Scott started with when he was,
okay.
You know, that was
with the Flight Attendant.
It was always been his, you know, that was kind of his go-to board. But so this board is going to be a little stiffer through the middle.
Carbon I-beam.
Carbon I-beam, you know, regular. Traditional, you know, fiberglass layup, but the stiffness of the board through the middle is going to be a little bit stiffer than the Hometown Hero. So, you know, cuts through the chunder and stuff a little bit more. So people that have liked the Flight Attendant, it's still in the line, still going to kill it. So,
yeah, I really like the swallowtail graphic on the base. That's like
it's kind of like old school Johan board. So, but yeah, it's you know, killer all mountain board.
Yep, and then we're going to kind of round this one out with a board that I rode a lot. I rode the wide version of this at the Open. Yep. And it was, I'm really, really glad that I chose this board because we were on steep trails, we did some tight stuff, but we were riding pretty fast. I felt like at times we were riding pretty fast. It was so much fun. And I'm really glad that I got to ride the Deep Thinker, and yeah, all mountain board, sweet Keith Haring graphic.
Yep. So here, so you go to some taper here. So again, tapered boards. It's one of those people wonder like, oh, should I, you know, really get a tapered board? You know, things like that. It's like, well, what do you ride? If you're riding switch, you know, less than 10% of the time. I mean, you can ride taperboard switch as much as you know. Just if you're riding regular, the 90% of the time, well, get a taperboard.
Get a taperboard.
Just because they change direction so fast. I mean, they're so easy to you know, navigate through the trees. You know, even when we're going fast on groomers, things like that. It's just like, whoa, you know, you need to
switch it over.
You need to switch it over. I mean, try to steer clear of a skier so you don't run into them. Or run into them. Things like that. Just, you know, tapered boards are just, they turn so much easier. And obviously, you know, a little wider nose, it floats better.
Now, does the Deep Thinker have balanced freeride geometry?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And with balanced freeride, so that's the wider nose past the upturn, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit taller, but for the most part, it'll feel like a twin board.
On hardpack, yeah.
On hardpack.
And that's where it's, and then, you know, obviously the more you lay the board over, that's where the taper kicks in sooner, you know, so. Yeah, but it's just more versatile. Right. Really cool shape. You know, so. Out
of these boards that we have out here, if you were a little bit more oriented towards the freestyle side of all mountain riding, which board out of these 4 would you pick, or which 2?
I'd go custom.
Go custom.
And then maybe Hometown Hero.
And Hometown Hero. And then if you were on like the big mountain backcountry side, which way would you?
Then I'd go, you know, Hometown Hero. There's always going to be a little overlap. So Hometown Hero, you know, probably Flight Attendant, you know, and Deep Thinker. Sweet. So cool. That's what's the beauty of that Hometown Hero is it kind of
you like that
does it all well.
Kind of does it all. And it's a new board. It's kind of fun to see like a new shape within the lineup.
Clean. You know, that's the thing is, you know, just it's a different shape, but it's really clean. It's not wacky, you know. So I think this one will be around for a while.
Yeah. Yep. So. Cool. Well, awesome, Jayson. Thanks for being in here again and coming and walking us through the all mountain category. Yeah. I really like this lineup. You know, I don't even know what I'd choose to ride if I was here. Like, I'd probably spend some more time on that Hometown Hero too. You know, just because new board.
Yep.
Yeah. Get to it.
Or don't forget about Custom X.
You know, yeah, the Custom X, that's a damn good one too.
It's really good. It's really good.
Right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment or question. Let us know what you think of the Burton all-mountain category. Have you ridden any of these boards? If not, tell us why. And let us know what you think of all of them. Thanks for watching. Jayson, thanks again for being here. Make sure to subscribe to our new channel over there. Subscribe to this channel there. And hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Peace.